Hey everybody, so today I wanted to do a nail room tour. It has been asked of me to do, but I have not had this room really ready to do this in the past, so I wanted to do it today now that I've done a little bit more of reorganizing. I will give a couple disclaimers. First things first, if you hear me huffing and puffing, it is at least 85 degrees in this room right now, so I am boiling. So I do apologize if you hear me kind of feeling like I'm out of breath or just really trying to swim through this heat. I do have to install the air conditioner in this weekend in that window, but I just haven't done that yet. So this is what we got so far. I also wanted to just give you a forewarning that not everything is like ideally set up and it's not completed yet. There are still things that I want to change around in here. As far as like it not being ideal, the main reason for that is because this room didn't start out as being a nail room. When we moved into this place originally, it was like a 50-50 of like my boyfriend's stuff, like his audio recording equipment and my makeup stuff. Then I found nails and I got really passionate about that and grew a collection. And he wanted to kind of rearrange where he put his recording equipment. So that left this room, and this room essentially just became my makeup and my nail room. So that is what this is right now. Also, if you'll see right over here in this corner, that's just my college diploma. I just covered it up because I didn't want, I don't know, I didn't feel like it needed to be shown. And also I am recording this on my phone right now. So if the video is a little bit different than normal, that is why. So I'll give just a quick overview of this side of the room. The biggest thing on this side of the room is that it's kind of like my nail room. I have a couple boxes of stuff, like nail stuff, that I still have to find a place for and organize. That hasn't happened yet, so they're just right over here. But I have all of my palettes here. I have some shop towels up there that I use as just kind of like my table towel to wipe off my acrylic brush. And then over here, I have all of my like clipped off nails, kind of the nail graveyard that everybody does. I loved that idea, so I ended up getting one of those to start that off. So that is what's on this side of the room. It's all just makeup stuff. I'm not going to go through that. These two rainbow drawers right here, all makeup stuff, and then everything across the top is makeup stuff. I do get ready here, so that's what those like toiletry things are. I pretty much, this is like my get ready room. So over here is kind of the first thing as far as nail stuff goes, and I will back up a little bit so you guys can see. So we do have some shelving. I have all of my knot polish and my D&D regular polishes. So these are all normal polishes, and I have them all set up. They kind of are in rows of 4, as you can tell right there, and it's pretty much the full lines of these. So I have that over here, as well as when you kind of flip to this side, there are a couple more shelving units, and that has all of the iGel Beauty regular polishes. I have some regular polishes in other places as well, but these are like the main areas that I keep those. So that is kind of the first thing I wanted to show you. The next thing I wanted to go to, and I'm not going to go through everything like in full detail. I just want to kind of give you guys an overview. So this corner is my acrylic corner. This is the area that is not fully complete yet. I am debating getting a like rack system to put these clear containers onto so that they're not on the floor and that they don't have to be stacked up 3 high. I don't know quite yet when I'm gonna get that. Right now it works for me, but it's not ideal, like I said, because I have like a couple here, like that's not a full row of stuff. And obviously these aren't like the best organized, but I didn't feel comfortable stacking them more than 3 high. So that is what I did. I just wanted to be mindful of the weight and everything. So I do only have them 3 high. These are from Target as well. So all of my collections are in here for the most part. I have knot polish. Over here is some iGel Beauty. We have the DCH acrylics in this tower, some Valentino and Glam and Glitz. These are for the most part Model 1s, Mia Secret, Young Nails, and I'm trying to think what the other ones are. I think that's kind of the gist of it for the most part. And they're all just like the really tiny, like 1/2 ounce jars. And that I sort of just threw them all in there the way that they are placed right now because I didn't know a better way to organize them. So for right now, they're kind of just all thrown in there. But I don't really mind because I don't tend to grab for those as much as I do like the bigger acrylics. Then over here, I have all my Michaels glitters on the bottom rack. And then in the top one, it's all of my Mia Secret cover acrylics. So that's that corner. In here, I have all my Glam and Glitz, 1 ounce on the bottom. Then I have my Ooh La La by iGel acrylics, well, dipping powders. And then I also have my Haha Nails acrylics in here so you can see the pink caps. That is the Haha Nails acrylics. I'm not going to open those because this is not the most sturdy and the glass kind of rattles when you do open it. So I have to be very careful with it. So I'm not going to do that for these, but just so you know, that's what's in there. Then on top, I have all of my Dappin dishes. Predominantly, my Dappin dishes are from Nail Supply Glamour. I have some from Kiara Sky, Young Nails, and Not Polish as well. So I just kind of have an array of them. Then up here, I have all of my acrylic paints. So I love acrylic paints for nail art. I feel like they are really good products and they're very inexpensive. Like one of these little bottles you can get for like 50 cents at Michael's, Walmart, you know, really any place that has acrylic paint. So that is what I have in here. These bottom ones right here, those are watercolor paints as well. And I do have, I think, a couple of my airbrush paints right up here. So that is pretty much the entire top. I do have this like dry spray that honestly I don't use and I didn't know where to put, so that's just up there. I have the lotion that I'm using for my hands predominantly, so I'm trying to use this one up. This is the Young Nails Cakes and Pies. Oops, sorry, my nail was getting in the frame. But that is the Young Nails Cakes and Pies. So next is this dresser that I have here. It's just like a normal clothing dresser. On top, I have all of my gel liner paints, and I did do little swatches on the top. So I have a whole array of them, from iGel to D&D to Not Polish to Amazon. I don't know. There's probably a couple other brands in here as well, but that's all of the gel liner paints. And then I have some stamping polishes over here, predominantly Born Pretty nail polish, stamping polish. And what was the other one? I can't remember, and they're all the way in the back. There's one other brand from Amazon that I have in here as well for stamping polishes. Then down here, I do have them kind of double stacked. On the bottom layer is all of like my little Amazon mini gel polishes, and it goes all the way across. So these are, I believe, like Model 1s, McCart. Those are the main ones. Beetles as well. They're all from Amazon, all the minis. And then in these little containers, I have some more of the stamping polishes. These are from Butte, I think is how you say it. So I have just some extras here. I have the stamping gel paints back here. Also from Amazon, I have the cream clays by Young Nails. This is actually the brand Queen, I think is how you say it. This is the stamping polish brand from Amazon that is also up in that top drawer. I just have the white one here, so because I use that the most. Then I have my dab gel paints from Profiles Backstage, as well as my frosting gel paints from Profiles Backstage, and the Young Nails Mission Control gel paints down here as well. So I have these just stacked on top because they didn't fit any other way, and the little gel polishes from Amazon are low enough that I can stack them. So these are easy to kind of shift around when I need to. This next drawer is just kind of like a hodgepodge of things. Predominantly, we have some more different Amazon brands of mini gel polishes. And then I have just a hodgepodge of regular polishes here that didn't fit on the top shelves. So we have a couple iGel as well as the D&D brand in here as well. Again, I have the little like swatch stickers that I made on top of those so I can see the colors. They didn't fit on top of these because the cap is a lot more rounded, so I'd have to like actually glue them on, and I didn't like that idea. So those ones don't have it, but the rest of them do. Next drawer goes into my like normal size large gel polishes. This whole side over here with the black containers are the Valentino Beauty Pure, and then this side over here is the Not Polish. They have the same packaging, just a different color. This bottom drawer is more of the not polished ones. I have the old packaging and the new, as well as all of my Young Nails gel polishes. The not polished and Valentino, I have their full line collections. For the Young Nails, I just have the colors that I found interesting or that came in like the mystery boxes and stuff during the holiday sales. Okay, so I'm overheating quite a bit right now, so please bear with me if I'm struggling through the rest of this. But over here, I have all of my cuticle oils, all of the profiles backstage. I believe this brand back here is pronounced Cusio. Please tell me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly in the comments. But I have a lot of those ones. My Haha Nail ones here. My favorite one, if you're curious by them, is the Fruit Loops one. This smells absolutely divine. I have 2 of these. Really good cuticle oil. And then I have some Bath and Body Works lotions. These are really thick, so I really like them as like hand lotions. And then over here are just like carrier oils. So I have like grapeseed oil, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, sunflower, all of those that I have here that I just filled from the larger containers up behind those lotions over there. I just put them into little dropper bottles that I got off Amazon. And then over here I have some of the Young Nails ones. Back here it's the rose and the citrus. And then I have the Young Nails. This is their liquid arts. So there's those. And then in this container or this bookshelf down here, I have all of the iGel Beauty acrylics here. They're Dip and Dab collections. There are some that I don't have quite yet, but for the most part, this is the majority of the full line. And then over here, just to point it out, I have my little speaker for when I play music while I'm doing my nails or like movies and stuff. And then I have my airbrush. I don't know where I want to put this, so that's why this is sitting here right now, because I obviously want it to be somewhere that the like handle and nozzle don't get like banged up. So I have those there, and then I'm going to walk around this side to just show you. I do have my little monitor on that I use for when I'm filming. So I have my camera hooked up to my table so that I can film videos. On top of my desk, I have the Young Nails. This is their dust collector. I have the Kiara Sky e-file, the unicorn e-file. Over here, I have like a little holder for where I keep my files and dust brush. I have my bits that I use predominantly over here. Some used Dappen dishes here that I got to clean out. And then this is kind of just a hodgepodge of things. I have my practice finger, peel off base coat, Young Nails primer and glue, my manicure brush, scissors, little like ring paint palette and stuff like that in there. And then over to the left of me, I have on top all of my brushes. So I have all my acrylic brushes in these 2 right here, and then gel brush and liner brushes in these 2. Then I have some Sharpies that I use for marble like art inks in these 2 containers, as well as some brush holders right here. On this side, I just have a more like hodgepodge of things. So I have some mini Young Nails monomers. I think this is their onto the next polish remover, swipe, some nail polish thinner, more polish remover and acetone. This that I love, the Not Polish neutralizer, helps minimize the odor. I have rubbing alcohol. I do 70% and 91%, I think it is. Yeah. Over here, my monomer that I'm currently using, which is Not Polish. And then I have some sanding bands. I have 150 grit or medium grit sanding bands, and then fine grit sanding bands in here. Back here is all just little tools, so little cuticle nippers, dotting tools, little tweezers, I forget what these things are called, like magic wand, pincher, I forget. It helps give you more of a C curve. So I have those little spatulas to mix gels and things like that in there. And then, of course, lint-free nail wipes. And then these I'm going to go through fairly quickly. I'm not going to go through all of these drawers, but in this side, it's all of my chisel acrylics. So for the most part, but not quite, because I've rearranged a couple things recently, these are organized predominantly by color. So you can see as I go down, I have all the colors that are similar together. So that is in this entire side of drawer organizer, and then in the bottom two on this side I have the chisel. Then over on this side, the top two is predominantly my cover colors. So I have all of my young nails, a couple of the Valentino, and a Mia Secret in here. I have like a DCH in there in the back as well, but for the most part this top one is young nails. Then this bottom one has all of my Valentino cover colors. So these are ones that I use the most, so I keep these here at the top. Then in these bottom drawers, again, I'm not going to go through every single one, but this has all of the Young Nails Slick Pour Acrylic Dip and Dap powders. I do organize these by color as well. So like these are all my pinks and reds, then all the purples and blues, and so on and so forth. Then it goes down here into all of my Valentino colored acrylics. And again, these go by color order. I find that it's just easier for me to find things when they are organized by color. I will say these containers back here, some of them, like you can maybe tell with like the Not Polished ones, some of those are organized by color, but not all of them quite yet, because I just moved those into those containers not too long ago. Then when you go further down, this is finishing off the Valentino, going into the Not Polish OMG collection, I believe this is. And then moving down to the bottom, it goes from the Not Polished OMG collection into the Kiara Sky. These are their raw glitter, so there's no clear acrylic mixed into it. It's all just straight glitter. I promise, guys, we are almost done. So over here, I'm just jumping a little bit. I have my nail tips. I have some airbrush paints and watercolor paints here that are just kind of spilled over to right here from the other side of the room. And then over here, I have all of my practice hand stuff, extra nail tips, my little like LED light from Young Nails and things like that. So that's kind of just a hodgepodge of stuff up top. Then it goes down into some more acrylics, again, organized predominantly by color. These are the D&D Dip and Dap powders. It has some iGel Beauty ones up there, and then some art supplies that I don't use too often, like foils, and what are those things called? Striping tape stuff. So that's what's in this corner right here, because I didn't have a better place to put them. Then over here, I have all of my foils, and then I have these gloves that I got to just cover your hands when you cure your gel. But most of this drawer is all just foils from just various different places: Amazon, iGel Beauty, Young Nails. Then in this next drawer, and if you couldn't tell, I love Baby Yoda. I'm not a big Star Wars person, like the typical Star Wars, but I love the Mandalorian show. So I have him kind of all over. But in here, I have all of my Haha Nails raw glitters. I want to keep the raw glitters separate from the like acrylic mixes so that I don't confuse them. So I have all of her new 25 shades of raw glitter, as well as a lot of the Young Nails glitters that they have that they came out with, I think, last year. So if you actually want to see these, I did do an unboxing video of these Young Nails ones. So I will try to link that for you down below or in the cards. But I have a lot of these, not all of them, but I do have a good chunk of the Young Nails line in here. And then just like some crystals in this little stack. Then down here, kind of a hodgepodge of different things. I have all of my nail charms for like the nail piercings. I have like the nail gems and charms just to glue on, like the chunkier charms, as well as all of my stamping plates. I have like nail stickers and decals here. What else is in here? My little 3D, what is this called? Like sculpting, I forget what this is called. It's from Red Iguana. It gives you like 3D flowers and bows using gel polish. I think you can also use acrylic with it. So I have one of those silicone mold things from them. I have my nail pigments in here as well. I have some neon ones, and I have some, it's down here, some pastel ones from Profiles Backstage. So again, just kind of a hodgepodge of different things, and they go kind of all the way down. These boxes are not the brand that I got them from. I reorganized them into these boxes just in case you were curious. Anything that I got in here for the most part came from places like Amazon. I think I got some from like iGel Beauty. Like a lot of my stickers, I believe, are from iGel Beauty. So I really kind of go all over when it comes to my nail art pieces. Then right here, this is not the best organized, but I have my LED lamp. I don't like to keep this on my desk, so I just throw this up here when I'm not using it. This is from iGel Beauty. It's the diamond one. I do have 2 more containers of stamping plates. Below that, I have all of my little gem collections, I guess you could say, from Amazon. And then I have paper towels as well as shop towels that I use to wipe my acrylic brushes. And then right here, I just have my Red Iguana half practice hand. I was prepping this earlier, so that's why this is sitting right here. But normally this goes up top over there. And then this is my new pride and joy, and I'm sorry it's going to be a little hard for me to show you. But these are actually paper towel holders that I got from Amazon. They were really inexpensive. I think I paid like 11 bucks for them. And what I did was I just screwed them in to the side of this dresser, and they hold my nail forms. It's a lot easier way for me to store my nail forms, and it's also space saving since I don't have to put them like on top of anything. They kind of have their own little place now. So I have nail forms from a bunch of different places, from Valentino to iGel to Young Nails. I think Not Polish and Nail Prof down here as well. So I have a bunch of them, and I really like how this ended up. So definitely a really good, inexpensive way to store nail forms if you are like me and you have a bunch of different shapes and styles as well as lengths of nail forms. And then kind of going into this dresser. Now this dresser is really old. It was given to us by my family, so I don't exactly know where to get something like this. One of the drawers is broken, but it works really well for what I need it for, which is to store more of my gel polishes. So up top I have a lot of different things, but for the most part up here I have white and black gel polishes and regular polishes, as well as white and black gel art liners. So anything that's just the standard white or black color I put here. Those are the ones that I use the most, so I keep them close by. I have some, what are these called? The nail art inks, like the alcohol inks, marble inks back here, some colored monomer over here. I don't have this the best organized, but they're kind of grouped in sections. So up here I have all of my top coats, from matte top coats to shiny top coats. I have like specialty gels as well, so things like blooming gel, things like that, chrome effect gel, stuff like that gets put over here as well. And then over on this side I have all of my primers and dehydrators, as well as rubber base coats, which I use as primers. And then I have all of my hard gels back here, from Young Nails to Lisette Gel Nails Pro, to I think I have some Mia Secret, Nail Supply Glamour, all the way to the back. It's all just hard gels. These are also gels. I have some depotted hard gels, as well as some of the like big 8-ounce like top coat refills decanted into these, and then just like a little palette that I use. And then in the back, if I can pull this out a little bit more, I have poly gels and spider gels, carving gel, kind of a whole hodgepodge of different things in the back there, and some more marble inks and stuff like that. Alrighty, so my phone is gonna die, so I gotta try to wrap this up. I'm sorry, it took a little longer than I expected. So in this next drawer, which I think this one is the broken drawer if I'm not mistaken, this one has all of my specialty gel polishes. So it has cat eye gels, mood gels, jelly gels, more marble inks, and like alcohol inks, some of my excess regular polishes, mainly OPI, and I think this is LA Girl, yeah, or LA Colors, regular polishes in here, some Young Nails as well, but that's predominantly what I have in this drawer, and all from different brands, D&D, Valentino, iGel, all of that. And then I'll push that back in. And then I have this one, which has predominantly my D&D gel polishes, but I have this little row or spot of iGel Beauty gel polishes as well. And this goes all the way to the back, if you can see. So that is that one. And then this bottom is more iGel Beauty gel polishes. Sorry, my legs are kind of getting in the way. I needed to kind of sit down so I could get close enough to this. But this is all iGel Beauty right down here. Different lines, so there's different colors within the iGel Beauty brand. So that is that one. And the last thing is this drawer set right here. So this is predominantly nail art supplies. So I have like confettis, chameleon, flakes, glitters. I have the little charms and things up here. I have more charms, like more little piercing things, jewels, Fimos, chunky glitters, things like that. Containers that are like these are on this drawer. Then more kind of decanted glitters, chunky glitters, mylars, and foil, like the metallic foils are in this one. Then again, more chunky glitters, holographic glitters, things like that. A lot of these are from Amazon. That continues down here. These have some more like iridescent glitters. Then we go down into more glitters. You guessed it. And sorry, I am going to try to keep my leg and my feet out of the way as much as possible. But again, more glitters in this one and this one down here. And then, these drawers do get stuck because I have a lot of weight in them right now. This is all of my chrome powders and mica powders in this drawer. And then the bottom two, like I said, are just the chisel powders. So hopefully you guys made it through this video. It was really hard for me to get through because of how hot it is in this room, but I am really excited to have done it. Obviously, this room is going to continue to grow and change, and I will reorganize and find better ways to store things. And as I do, I will update you guys, but this is how it is for right now. I know I have quite a lot of products No, I don't do this as my job. I only do this as a hobby. But this is what I love, and I've invested a lot into it, and I really like to keep things organized and really easily accessible as much as I can, and really showcase all of the products and things that I've collected over time. So if you guys enjoyed this, kind of just one last little overview for you, definitely like this video to see more from me, and to see me actually using some of these products, as well as subscribing to this channel to see more from me. It really means a lot. I am really hoping to reach 1,000 subscribers and get my channel monetized again. So definitely help me out with that. It really means a lot to me. Comment below letting me know what you guys would like to see next. And I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, everybody.